Imagine this. You're innocent. You didn't commit a crime, and yet you're seriously considering saying the words, "I'm guilty." It sounds impossible, until it happens to you. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most disturbing flaws in the justice system. Why innocent people confess to crimes they didn't commit. I'm the Analyst. This is Trial by Fact. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more real legal breakdowns based on truth, not headlines. And if you haven't seen our last episode on why you should never talk to the police without a lawyer, I highly recommend watching it after this one. Here's a statistic that should chill you. More than 10% of wrongful convictions in the United States involve a false confession. According to the Innocence Project, of the first 375 DNA exonerees, 29% had falsely confessed. That means people are literally saying, "I did it," when they didn't. And these aren't isolated cases. They span across ages, backgrounds, and states, from teens who don't know their rights to adults who are pressured into deals they don't understand. So, how does this happen? Let's break down the pressure cooker that makes an innocent person plead guilty. Over 90% of criminal cases in the U.S. never go to trial. Instead, they're resolved with something called a plea bargain. It works like this. The prosecution offers you a deal. Plead guilty now and get a lighter sentence. Refuse, and you risk facing a trial that could land you in prison for decades. Now imagine you're facing 20 years if convicted at trial, but the prosecutor says, "Plead guilty and we'll give you 2 years instead." Even if you're innocent, what do? You might think, "I'll explain the truth at trial." But you're also told the system is stacked. The prosecution might have faulty evidence, a coerced witness, a jury that could be biased, and suddenly, 2 years sounds safer than 20. That's not justice. That's a gamble with your future. Take the case of Khalif Browder. He was just 16 when he was accused of stealing a backpack in New York City. He was offered multiple plea deals. He refused them all, saying, "I didn't do it." He spent 3 years in jail, waiting for trial. 2 of those years were in solitary confinement. Eventually, the charges were dropped. But the damage was done. Khalif's mental health deteriorated. He later died by suicide. That's the cost of refusing to take a plea, even when you're innocent. And sadly, not everyone has the courage or resources to wait it out like Khalif did. The longer you sit in an interrogation room, the more your brain starts to turn against you. Officers use tactics like minimization. "It's not a big deal. Just tell us what happened and go home." Isolation, keeping you alone, tired, hungry, afraid. False promises. "We can help you if you just cooperate." Now imagine this happening to a teenager, or someone with a cognitive disability, or someone who doesn't fully understand their rights. That's how innocent people are worn down until they say whatever the interrogators want to hear, even if it's a lie. Here's where it gets even murkier. In some states, you can enter something called an Alford plea. It means you plead guilty while maintaining your innocence. Why does that exist? Because the system acknowledges that people sometimes plead guilty to crimes they didn't commit, just to avoid harsher punishment. So now we have a legal framework that allows the court to punish someone who says, "I didn't do it," and still lock them up. That's not just flawed, that's dystopian. Let's not pretend this is accidental. Courts are overloaded. Trials are expensive. Prosecutors are rewarded for convictions, not for justice. So the system pushes for quick resolutions, and plea deals make everything run faster, cheaper, and cleaner on paper. But they leave innocent people behind bars, with a criminal record, with a life permanently altered. There are ways to fight back. Always ask for a lawyer. Don't sign anything under pressure. Know that silence is your right, not an admission of guilt. If you're ever in that situation, protect yourself. The system is not built to help you. It's built to process you. And change won't come unless we understand the problem and demand accountability. If this video opened your eyes, consider subscribing to Trial by Fact. I'm the Analyst, and every week I break down stories that expose how the system really works. Watch our previous episode, Why You Should Never Talk to Police Without a Lawyer, if you missed it. It could save your future. Until next time, stay informed, stay protected, and always know your rights.